more difficult you're going to find your society in terms of trying to structure it in a way. You have this crazy conservative leader of your country here in Italy. I don't know, I should probably say that as a guest here, but actually he's right here with me. Come on out, ladies and gentlemen, Signor Berlusconi! Thank you for that. I think that it's difficult to call anything a democracy when the economy, the thing that really drives people's lives, is anything but democratic. The people do not have a say in how the economy is run. And so therefore it isn't democratic, and therefore I don't know what it is that makes it a democracy. Just because we get to vote every 2 or 4 years, that makes it a democracy? How is it that why is it that when you go to work every day, that as soon as you punch in, that means that you punch out of your constitutional rights of liberty and democracy? It doesn't make any sense to me. It seems like we should have democracy throughout our society and throughout the everyday of our lives, and not just when we're talking about the voting booth. So I would like to apply that part of the American dream to all aspects and all facets of our lives, not just voting. And I'm personally affected by good people in America who struggle, who work hard, and who've had their lives ruined by decisions that are made by people that do not have their best interests at heart, but have the best interests of the bottom line of the company at heart. And so I hope that this film will be a voice for them and give them a chance to have their story told both in the United States and around the world. Well, of course, I think anything is possible. I think that if you had asked me 3 or 4 years ago, an African American would be elected president of the United States in the next election, I'd say no. I'm continually surprised at the ability, not just of the American people, but people around the world, to make the impossible happen. Those of us who are old enough to remember, I mean, how many of you thought the Berlin Wall would ever come down? I didn't. How many of you thought Mandela would ever be out of prison, let alone be made president of South Africa? I mean, there are so many things that have happened in the last 20 years that have just utterly surprised me, that I now believe anything can happen, and that the people can revolt in very good ways, non-violently, stand up for what they think is right, as the people of Eastern Europe did, as the people of South Africa did, and as the people of the United States did last November. So the revolt that you think that I'm calling for has actually already begun. It was begun on November 4th. But now, one man, Barack Obama, cannot make everything happen that needs to happen. The American people have to get involved and be active and supportive. Those who voted for him, the overwhelming majority, have to be active citizens. Democracy is not a spectator sport. It's a participatory event that everyone has to participate in. And if we don't participate in it, it ceases to be a democracy. So Obama will rise or fall based not so much on what he does, but on what we do to support him. As far as Sicko goes, I think that making that film 2 years ago helped to kick off a national debate about why we are the only Western industrialized country that doesn't have universal health care. And now we're in the middle of a very heated battle to make that happen. And believe me, I'm telling you, the forces of the healthcare industry do not want that to happen. There's no huge profit to be made in helping people when they're sick. to stop President Obama and Congress from doing what the American people put them in the office to do. And my hope is that President Obama is able to stay strong, and that the members of Congress, especially the Democratic members of Congress, find a backbone and stand up for what the people want. The people have already said what they want. What part of this don't they understand? 75% of the American people want universal health care. So we're going to listen to the 25% who are showing up at town hall meetings and screaming, and, you know, half of them seem to be people that are already on Medicare, who are elderly people who somehow are upset that the rest of the country might have